Then who is fast? Who is mede? Eh? Which one is more of a banger? The person who discovered 3 months ago or the person who just discovered today?
You know, at that time they were following Berekete. They were having hope in Berekete. So maybe that's why they don't want to rush out and say some things or to just.
You know, sometimes when people think they know too much, you just watch them. You just like Berekete, who said that time. I mean, when that lady Susan called her, you're saying, and she was saying, we don't fight the government. We don't fight the government. Yeah, in Nigeria, in the US, if you guys fight the government, yeah, we don't fight the government. Now, Berekete, government have lied to you. Would you fight the government? Would you sue government now? Or you'll be watching at them lying to you at your age, a man at 50 or 60. And they don't even care whether you are going to investigate it or not. They just told you. And they even give you name of the state. NMS, Pennsylvania. And then you two didn't investigate. You see, Berekete didn't even investigate all of this while. After they will tell us that should Berekete come out and be telling us whatever that he's doing. Now this is somebody that went to do it and came out and tell us what they have done. Shady, is this one not good? Is this not good? Somebody went to do something. The earlier the better. The moment you discover that something is not right, say it. Don't keep it underground. Don't be saying you're going to use it. Then we get to the criminal court. Which criminal court? Only criminal court. Na Babalawo court.
And you know the thing is that even when Berekete came out that time to talk that, according to the information that I got, that they want to keep the body to be rotting. As in that situation, we were expecting a switch action. But he still insisted that we have to wait. And this is where we are today now. And he has not spoken a word, even after the result has came out. People that have connection to him, if I have connection to him, in fact, I would have sent this newspaper to him.
You know, I have known from the beginning, right? A territory to wa shekezi, kinshi normal territory, kinshi territory and mugo. She understand?
Yeah.
Kinshi territory and mugo. Mama we don't think but that one where you bring it, oh God, everybody, our bolo, everybody.
At least we achieved one thing. We get one thing from that show. For the fact that it was because of the show that we make to know that his body has not even. They've not even done anything concerning autopsy or something. And you know, it was also from his show that they gave us this address. If not, our enemy will have been in darkness, waiting for what we don't know. And they will not.
No. See what you have to get here. There's something you have to get here. Actually, nothing was sent abroad. Okay. Now, but the address that they say they gave, it also helps us establish that nothing was sent, because when we go, already the people who have investigated know that nothing was sent abroad. I mean, thanks to Susan, her team, Comrade Moses, Lady Harris, and their team. Now, their name, Pennsylvania NMS, it further intensify the investigation of those teams that nothing was brought to our place. Okay, which they already know that nothing was taken anywhere. But now, since you are giving center name, okay, let's go and check that center name. Whether you guys follow backyard to take it there, and they want to check it. They said nothing was brought here. Then you already know that nothing was sent, so you will not worry yourself. You will not worry yourself.
Yeah, exactly what I said now. At least it makes them to mistaken and call address and give us false information. And that is what we use today. Yes.
Well, the way Berekete embarrassed Susie for justice, that's what I didn't like. Now his eye will open now. He will come back to where the woman. If I am Susie for justice, I will now call Berekete again and give him wutu so that he will learn his lesson. Next time when you are doing investigation, you have to hear everybody, and you see, just a Berekete, right? I don't know his scope. The same Berekete that was saying that yeah, we don't fight government, yeah, this and that. He still use it on. Imagine that lady did not call Berekete that day. How would Berekete ask the spokesperson that people are doubting whether toxicology was sent anywhere? He would not have asked. So thank God again for the caller. Do you guys understand? Hello.
Yeah, we're getting you.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
thank God thank God the lady called. If that lady did not call that day, believe me, Berekete will never ask about anything whether Pennsylvania. He will just say, okay, we'll go meet 10 weeks. I mean, okay, I add extra 2 weeks plus the extra 2 weeks. We don't
Now
even go like
14
more than
weeks.
14 weeks now. You see? So just that I don't like the way those, when you see those ladies, they come and speak here and they are pained. You guys should understand from the standpoint, somebody that wants something to be better and is working hard to get it better. But you guys are castigating them. Oh no, Anna by force. Is it gra gra? Must you do it? Must you? These are the reasons why they will keep boiling. But again, me, I just hope that they too, they will learn how to present themselves and take things cool. I don't expect them to continue talking about the past. That's why most of the time I drop them. Because I've heard those stories. Let people be talking about it, not you anymore. Other people will be more confused. People are already confused. Let them use their brain. I mean, for once, they too have brain. Now that it is here, now they can read it and understand now. You don't need to be dragging them, to be taking them, to be saying all of those things, making them feel like, I mean, for me, it's not, I don't feel that is the right way. But let them realize they have realized, and then you just sit down watching. Watch them complaining, watch them fighting. That's
Let
it.
me ask this question, please,
Mm-hmm.
Paparani. The
Mm-hmm.
question I want to ask is this thing that came out from Punch now, what are they giving us to do? What do they want us to do with it? Because they know that they did not take this thing to US
Your voice is
for
very,
long.
very, very, very low. Are you talking to me? Are you, I can't hear you. Are you talking?
I'm,
Is somebody speaking?
I'm, I'm talking. I'm at work. I mean, I won't be able to shout too much.
That's Monaniki is talking. She's
I'm
talking.
talking.
Please, if you can hear her, then tell me what she said. Let her continue.
Okay. What I'm saying is, since they show us this thing on Punch, what is the essence of giving us this information now? Because I don't know what they want us to do with it. My question is, why is it coming out now? This is part of what we've been dragging for the past how many months? That we say, do this investigation. Don't
Aniki
forget,
Shayama.
you
Aniki
see
Shayama.
racist about.
Aniki Shayama.
Yes, ma'am.
See, this
Ma'am.
news that you see is not from Legasimo. It is one of
I
the
know.
journalists in Punch that went for this and he printed it out. So
Can you imagine?
that is the work that he went to do. So it's not that someone is giving us this information. No. He went for
Can you
his
imagine?
work. Because I can see that you didn't
So
understand this. That's why I quickly tell you.
that's why I'm asking that why you, because you know when we was talking yesterday on Mama Token Place, he said I'm a Billy Bola to know the kind of job they are doing. So when this one now came out this morning, I'm like, is it what Muiwa is telling us that we are going to pay? So you understand what I'm saying? And unfortunately for him, I was on Mommy Token platform yesterday, and they said we should not ask him questions, just a word of encouragement. And I told him, I said, Baba, you must have been hearing my name. I need to try. I'm not castigating you. I'm only trying to pull your leg for you to do better because of what we are hearing about you. And luckily, Yaba too was there. And I told him, if you are from the other team, because I'm hearing that you're working for other team, can you please come back home and help your brother as you called Aloma your brother? And he's used his life to because himself that if he's working with him, he need to do that, which I don't want to say. Now he came here on Paparano platform. He dropped because of the questions he know he will not be able to answer. So I was now asking myself when I saw this morning, is this what Muiwa is trying to tell us we are going to see that they are working? And even if that is what they are working, does it show that they are really working? Because people have been saying, do this, do this, do this. They don't want to do. They keep saying they are doing it, they are doing it, they are doing it, they are doing it. Now this is part of what they're doing because me, I don't understand this punch of a team. I won't lie. Why the result is coming up? But thank God that the person that went through the investigation did this, and we are seeing it now, which means they still want us to query US more further because US will not allow their name to be rubbish. They will still come out to tell us more that they didn't see anything. Now Wunmi is saying that this one come out from Punch, and the Mohbad too will open her eyes or her ears. People will tell her that this is what they said. They didn't bring your son body to US. Now what do you want us to do? This is the high time for us to call the government out. They don't want them to be exposing them. They don't want the international bodies to know about their rubbish. We need to start calling them out because they refuse to attend to this case from onset. They are giving us false information from day one of this case. We need to start calling them out. I think that's what I just want to say for now.
Okay, ma. Thank God, Adikisha, you now understand that it's not the banger Muyiwa was promising yesterday. Maybe we are still waiting for his own. Maybe before today runs out.
No, Juicy, Madam Juicy, could we say that Mr. Muyiwa is aware of this?
No. He's not aware.
I'll show her.
If Mr. Muyiwa is aware, I'm very sure you will have been seeing rumors going here and there. And look at, according to this newspaper now, it is a particular journalist that went to go and do it. It is not the team that went to do it. It is not an investigator that went to do it. It's one journalist from the Punch that went to do it. Got this? Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So, but I would just want to believe that their own banger is still coming. Or maybe they've heard about it. Maybe, because that's what I can't really say. But this is not the banger. I think I'm very sure because this one, it is not legal thing. It is a journalist from Punch that did this one on himself, that carried the responsibility maybe to make name for himself, to get himself promoted or something. So that's why, like the idea Bayo gave, it's a very, very good idea that this should be tagged to the US embassy to the laboratory so far, so that they will know that the Nigeria governments are using their name to give false narrative, false results in our country, and they can sue them for defamation. At least it will make the case to be wide and more sweeter. So if they can follow what Bayo said, I think it's a very, very good one. At least even with that step alone, if national body step into it, and with that one alone, I'm very sure they won't want to mess up again. They will know that this is going to destroy the reputation of the country. They won't want to try it. That's why we are begging the legal team. Because personally, myself, I'm begging them. I'm begging them because this guy that did this job, the guy might have been called at the back, and they will offer him plenty money. That's it. Don't wait for the reply. Don't publish reply again, or come up with one story again to tell the whole Nigeria that these are the reply that you got, that you are the one that made mistake. But coming out like this, the legal team can took it and work more on this, so that this person that came up with this one will not turn another way around.
Someone said Wunmi team are saying that the government should sue Punch. Why are they saying that? Why do they have to tell the government to sue Punch? For what?
Imole, that is what I'm trying to say now. That our legal team should take it up. Because whether we like it or not, the government can approach Punch. You know, they have power in all these places. And, you know, this firm is founded in Nigeria. They won't want to lose their license because of Mohbad case. And this guy in question will not want to lose his job or reject a big offer because of Mohbad that's already buying. So it is left for our legal team to just take the right step to make this thing, to make this to be a big deal that it is. like the Bereketa of the thing that we are talking about. Do you expect, like Bereketa said, I can't fight government. We don't fight government in Nigeria because he knows that his foundation is in Nigeria. The license that he's using, he got it from Nigeria with other bodies. And you know, he won't want to lose his the years that he has worked as he has gone to build that Berekete. He won't want to lose it because of Mohbad. We want to lose it. So it is less for the legal team that we are paying, and they really want this justice to do the needful. This is a good, information. It's a good information for them to work on. That's why I asked Papayado something is it compulsory that it has to be Baba legal team? If there's other people that can take it up there, send this one to the hospital. Maybe they will take lawyer there to challenge the laboratory to make it big.
Lady, what can we do now? Iron Lady, are you eating?
Good morning. I'm eating plantain and egg. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. How do we do?
Good morning.
What's up, what's new? What's going?
Iron Lady, don't make me hungry, I beg. What happened now?
What's going?
It's a newspaper, Annie.
Látọ̀sán one láwà ti rè bó ṣe ti jáde láti rè. You know I'll be the first to say it now. But there's no big deal there. Good morning, King Muyiwa. Good morning. There's no big deal there. I heard Papariano said 3 months ago, January 24th was the day I went from platform to platform to platform, saying there is no pathology, there's no toxicology anywhere in the United States. Way before Baba went to Berekete, nobody believed. I said, Susan went in. I wasn't the one that did the research. Susan did it. And they came back to say there is none, zero, zip, nada. Oh, was I bashed. Oh, was I bashed. I was called all sort of names. Even when Baba finally agreed to go to Berekete, Susan, we even took the courage between Susan and I. That day, Susan got through. I made 103 phone calls that did not go through. Susan got through. Susan told them. Oh, in fact, some people thought I was even the one that called. They were bashing her, bashing me, bashing her, bashing me. Berekete is a billionaire. Only lawyer is son. No, we don't want your lawyer. So was I surprised? Even when we went to the inquest, I already told them at the inquest that result couldn't have come from the United States. You cannot. What did they send? That they will tell them that inconclusive. Virtually impossible. So, I don't know what you guys want to do.
Okay, now way forward. What can we do now?
I'm eating plantain and egg. That's what I'm doing.
I'm eating chicken and stew with chicken.
That would be for lunch. That would be jollof rice, ifokore, and no, I don't like chicken that much. And goat meat.
Iron Edima.
You better don't say anything. You know you are the one that always call me a liar.
Iron Edima.
Me? Of course, I want
Iron Lady man.
Emi no bawi.
Okay.
This is yes, so ribbon and script. This is the time for me to say yakalu kawatobi yawogbatan shole. Papa Rihanna ti doctor to go back to drop me.
Iron Lady. You know, Emma Eku ìjà ọmọ. You know, ní jẹ́ kó rẹ̀yìn. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ kó. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣàìsàn.
You know, ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àgbàdúrà fún Mohbad.
Dúró normal.
Sleep well.
Now, in this case, not the newspaper here. We are looking at it, but Mr. Bayo suggested something, and I think it actually makes sense that with the newspaper that just came out, that they can go to we can have a lawyer in US.
Princess Ekpe, don't do that. I beg, keep trying. You know, yes,
That have a
actually,
lawyer and in US that will go to this laboratory to confirm and make them to know that Nigerians are using their names to give fake results.
That's not what I said. See what I said here.
I said Bayo suggested.
Last. I said it before. You said you didn't get it correctly. I was the one saying it. He didn't get it correctly. I said we need a PI around that state, a private investigator, and then we also need a lawyer, if possible, around that state. So the PI, through their ID card organization, go make that investigation, and then whatever information they bring is going to be used legally. So, and then use our lawyer, okay, that we should be ready to get one lawyer, for this particular case. Once the information is true, once the PI can confirm that it is true, they will now get an international lawyer from America, will now use that lawyer to work with that institution to file a case of defamation, okay, against them, case of deceiving, that is deceiving the public by Lagos State Governor. Then I will arise different other cases from that. But we need legal counsel. So we need either an investigator from that region and also a lawyer. That once we have this, we are fine. I said, thank God that Muyiwa is in America. Can we give him the task? Can we give him the task? And which I said, I'm sure there's no problem.
Mariano, why are you trying to be sarcastic? Muyiwa is in America and we were close to Pennsylvania. Mariano, don't want to give the Jaboni imú mi jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run.
Okay. You know that Mobi so low as Abiamo to
Papariano is very right. Mr. Muyiwa is in the US. And what's it? Hold on. Odumosutu is there. Odumosutu is in America. Two of them should work.
Odumosu is not in America. Odumosu is in UK.
UK. They should fly to one another. Oh yeah, come and bear. Fly.
Well, you guys said it's not visible. I will not lie to you. I'm not saying it's not a good idea, but I'm talking about when you have to do your feasibility study. Let me tell you what I think. I'm only giving suggestion. There's no need to bash me. It's too late. My suggestion would be the best thing they can do is all of this information after everything has been confirmed to be as is. That CNN thing, that is where they will blow it up. Because to get lawyer in America, to get PI in America, to do the investigation, taloni time definitely not me. Maybe Susan will be interested or other people.
And information that is not confirmed to be true.
Hold on, sir. Because these things you're saying, these things are time consuming.
This is newspaper. You can't just trust this information too. This can't go to court.
That's what I'm saying. I just told you have to confirm that this information is as is. That is if it is true.
Not to the PI.
You started. Hold on.
You have to provide solution now. You're already trusting the information.
I'm trying to provide you my own solution. You guys have been talking. Allow me to talk.
You have to build things now. Do things right.
I'm building it. Don't let me scream.
Tell us how to authenticate that information. We don't know whether it's true.
I'm saying, hold on. I will get there. How to authenticate the information, I will get there. Hold on. But after the authentication, I'll tell you how to authenticate it. The best thing, cheapest and fastest that I think that can be done at this time is that CNN thing. These are part of the body of evidence you will take to CNN and do the documentary at the CNN and say, can you imagine they brought this to Pennsylvania and we got this, look at this newspaper said it's not at Pennsylvania. Then the Pennsylvania themselves, they will hear it from CNN. They will be the one to actually come up and say they will denounce.
If you go and say it publicly, okay, without your own valid proof, they will sue you. You are the
No,
one that
you
is
will
saying
be. You will be. No, Papariano.
do you have a
Hold on, Papariano. No. Hold on. Let me talk. If I'm on your platform, the way you read it now, who can come and sue you? Can Pennsylvania come and sue you? You will read the newspaper to them. Nobody
do you
can
think
sue you.
CNN, do you think CNN will allow you to bring information that that is not confirmed from a
You
source?
have to reference your information. You have to reference it. You are not bringing stuff from you. Stop plagiarism. You reference where you get your source from.
Okay, they too needs to confirm that it's credible, right? Before they allow it to be, to be divulged from through their platform.
Yes, they will do the investigation themselves.
Okay, then that is if they want to go through that process to go and investigate it. Why can't we investigate it? We that will be using it for all so many things. We can use it in court, use it in so many areas. Why can't we investigate it instead?
That's I didn't say. I told you from this start of conversation. I said it's a good idea, but the visibility of it is not there. Who is going to do it? Where is the money? It's not going to be chicken change.
We are saying when sponsor it is the public that want to do it. We ask how much is a lawyer there? It's $2,000. Fine, we're gonna get it. How much is a PI there?
Yeah, it's not $2,000.
If we're gonna get it, we'll just check the price on the internet. The price are all
The
over.
lawyer is not $2,000, my dear.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I can get it right now if that's what you want. They have so many lists. It depends on who you want to work with. It's just information. Why?
Just talking. When you got a lawyer, your retainer fee.
Have you used a PI before in this case? In this kind of case?
Listen, your retainer fee. You said a lawyer. Your retainer fee might be 2,000.
PI.
Oh, PI. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I've not had a case. And when I do, I represent myself.
Paparano, why will you say the news that come out from newspaper should not be taken serious? Like it's not going to be relevant when it gets to the CNN.
That person can come out tomorrow and apologize that for whatever, and withdraw his statement. For example, Mamoba published on Sahara so many bad things, whatever. And some of those things are not correct.
Papariano, you cannot always. Papariano, wait, Papariano. You cannot always come up with that kind of argument. Okay, so because if I hear something from CNN now, and I want to reference it that CNN said yesterday, CNN said, then somebody will say, have you confirmed that CNN was right? CNN, you could be sued because CNN can be lying. No, there are some companies that they are assumed credible. So if you go with a Punch newspaper, a big company like Punch newspaper, it is going to be assumed credible. As long as you give your reference, my reference is from Punch, dated May 30th, 2024, page number 4, and they can see it there.
Okay,
It's your reference.
let me really give you this one. On different ranges of getting PI, personal investigators.
Because it seems like right now we are saying the pathologist is not credible. We are saying the judge is not credible. The police is not credible. Now you have to at least hold some people
come to my platform
their
with the information. Let's say, for example, now you come here, okay, and you are telling me that Sahara said this, okay. Then for me, I'm going to ask you, like, how true is this information? Okay, did you ask you, have you investigated it?
Something. Okay, Papariano, hold on. If I tell you Sahara,
I will want you to quote Sahara.
Hold on, Papariano, you hold on.
That doesn't mean it's correct. That doesn't mean it's correct. I'm not going to
hold on.
Hold on, hear her out too.
Me personally, I know Sahara is not credible. But if I come to you and say, hey, I read it in Vanguard, then there is an element or a higher level of trust that I can use. You and I know that Sahara is not credible. There was we know that. So when you go to, if I go to BBC Yoruba now, I cannot compare BBC Yoruba to BBC America. I would tell you, okay, it's not credible. Okay, where did you hear that story from? I heard it from BBC USO. Okay. It's a story you probably will be able to take to the bank. If they say, hey, all Africans should leave America now, Where did you hear it from? You heard it from Sarah Money.
Young lady.
No, before this one will go to CNN, there's no need
Hey, I'm not talking to no. Please wait. Wait for when you have to come in. Come in. It's not your conversation, please. It's not your convo. Don't step in for someone else. Let me handle her. Okay. Wait for your turn. Now, Lady Harris, look at the things that you are risking here.
Come here, young lady.
There is HIPAA Act. That is the HIPAA law. There's what they call privacy of information. Now, if this journalist
You're telling me, I was one of the people that lobby for HIPAA law. You want to tell me?
Okay, that's
fine.
good. So now, if this particular person who went to make research, okay, in the NMS and get this information, all right. So now, by virtue of that HIPAA law, the NMS is not supposed to release any such information, okay, which they are going to deny this guy that we don't know him. We didn't give him any such information. So now, if you are going to be quoting that guy, one, you are putting that guy in trouble, and you are putting NMS in trouble. Why don't you go through a legal route by getting a private investigator who will go there legally to conduct an investigation, and whatever they have can be tendered anywhere?
You see what you are saying? That is what you said. And I said it's a good idea, but it's not feasible. And why go through that route when we have an easier and immediate route when we already have someone that is working with the CNN? We can start from there as a starting point. And I will promise you, if you show them this is the point of reference that our government said they sent it something to this place, even though we had people that called, we played them the Susan's tape, we played them maybe the tape when I went from platform to platform, then we played them, we read them this. Nobody can sue me when I show you, see, I saw it in the newspaper. Nobody can sue me.
If they call
they won't come to me and say, oh, no, that's not how you, okay, listen, Papariano. Listen, hold on. One thing I have to let you know about this sue is, let me tell you, okay, maybe Nigeria, you guys think sue is big. Yeah, you listen, we sue ourselves all the time. Because you sue somebody does not mean you will win.
NMS, and NMS said,
it's not something I'm afraid of at all.
If CNN contact NMS and NMS say we never release such information, we don't know what that person is saying, just to protect their own privacy law. So what do you say from there?
There is nothing. Then it's null and void. Then sue you. You cannot sue me. Papariano, don't be trying to.
Iron Lady, let's now assume. Do you want to tell me that this publication did not pass through Punch newspaper legal department before releasing it to the air?
They have to pass through. Okay, hold on.
It has to pass through legal team now.
Moses, hold on. There was some stuff I was going to publish. You remember, I think I told you. Do you know Punch and Vanguard? They are still owing me money. They refused. I told you before. They refused to refund me. And they refused to publish my application because I told you, even though you didn't believe me, when they went to hold on, let me finish. When they went to Elegushi to confirm the story, they told them, I told you then, they told them not to publish it. You didn't believe it. Punch and Vanguard are still owing me money till date. Till date. You remember, I came to you, I played you a voice note. You told me these are just hungry people. I left. You kind of thought you embarrassed me, but Punch till today, they are still owing me money. They told me when I have something to publish, I should contact them. But those things I want to publish, they could not. Ask Aristocrats, because I connected him.
Sorry, Ayole, what you said, not because I embarrassed you. What you were saying, wasn't correct, and I corrected you then.
It was correct. I even played it to you.
No. You said you mentioned that you were dealing with one individual. One individual doesn't even know his left from his right.
How do you know he doesn't know his left from right? This person that hold on. This person that wrote this bunch. Hold on.
If you don't mind, let people hear it. Yes.
Hold on. If Baba said he has a PA now, if that PA is giving us information, will you believe his information or not? You have to give some people professional doubt. If I tell you today, I don't want to say my profession, but if I come to you to say this is my profession, you won't say I don't know. You need to at least the same way people will give you a professional doubt.
Yes.
You don't judge a book by the cover, though. You don't judge a book by the cover.
You said somebody who worked there before. Right?
I didn't say that. How can it be somebody who? I told you someone that is working with Punch, where he's saying that okay, and then it's hold on.
An editor is a person directly responsible for the department.
What am I? I don't know. I don't understand your question, but I played you the message. Papariano, wait. You know they relax. I came to you one day. I said that Russia has been petitioned and he's been arrested or detained. I think I used the word arrested. You were like, no, it is because of the toxicology result. Now they started picking them up. It's because of the toxicology. I kept telling you no. They petitioned him. You were given a different narrative altogether, and you were forceful about it. Something you did not know.
You are jumping now. We don't have that information then. And I said that you have not.
What I'm telling you is that when I tell you, you give what they call benefit of doubt. You were arguing on something you did not know.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. If you have a proof and you say something, you show the proof, and then you change the narrative.
But I told you, I keep telling you.
Telling me it's not enough. Giving me proof is enough. You didn't give any proof. I don't work by just telling.
When I told you that the boy was there already.
You have to show me something. You have to show me something evidential. That's how it works.
You need to calm down.
You should calm more down. You should calm down. If you calm down, you'll understand how it works.
Mental health is important.
Now,
calm down.
The editor. You said they owe you money, right? The editor. Let's come back to that story. Now, narrate it to me, narrate it to us the way you narrated to me. You see, I hear things. When I hear it, if it's
let me tell you something, Papariano. You don't relax enough to hear things. So let me tell you, you can only tell me things filters through your ears. You are too jumpy to hear things. Things do filter through your ear, and you have to process. Hold on, you still let me hear things. Now you won't let me finish.
My health matters a lot to me. I don't just hear things.
You won't let me finish. Loyalty.
Now. Which one? They come to show us your breasts. Now go on. I'm here. I'm listening.
Things filters through your ear because you don't let people land.
No, because my health matters to me. That's
when you let people land.
I'm careful.
You have to learn how to let people land. The other day, I was talking to you that I was telling you that.
You see, now you don't want to bring the story back because you know you were wrong. Bring back the story of the.
I wasn't wrong. I've never been wrong. No, this justice for mobile. I've never been wrong. The other day I was telling you, Elegushi denied.
Can you bring back the story?
I will now. Elegushi distanced himself from Samilari, but he has not. You were like, no. He already distanced. I'm like, no, but he has not distanced himself from Ebele and Elele or what? Elele.
I agree that. What are you saying? I mean, are you just saying things just because you just want to win? I don't understand. We are rubbing minds together. When you see things in one direction,
but you need to.
You have to be more logical.
Let people land.
If you are more logical, your argument
if I have not put a full stop on my sentence, you don't know where it's leading to.
You don't have to shout to win. If you're more logical, you are
shouting. You are the one shouting.
You are the one forcing it.
I'm not forcing anything. Now. Come on, force.
You are crying more than the belief. Maybe that's why. So you have to
àti ẹlọ mú mi o.
a ní kí gbogbo àmà lọlé ká lọ sùn.
wọ́n ní kẹ́ lọ mú mi.
Mental health is very okay. Me, I'm very okay. You see the way.
ó yẹ kí n sleep belly sí wa lie.
The way I'm doing my things this way like this is what makes me stable because I
know his best girlfriend. That's me princess is here. You can call me best girlfriend. Princess is here. I beg. I know it's like.
There is nothing me I don't question, and that is why I like myself. Because when
I don't question it, but if you let people finish, Papariano, hold on. Papariano, hold on. If you let people finish, maybe there will be no question when there's a period. You might not even have a question. Yesterday, was it yesterday? That's why Aristocrat was telling you, let her finish, let her finish, let her finish.
He was wrong, but he was wrong.
You this Elijah spirit, just
It's not about Arisa, but he was wrong.
it's
Arisa
like you
was
are
wrong.
on Colosse or something.
You keep jumping left and right, and you are still wrong.
Doing job. Now let me tell you about the newspaper. Let me go back to it.
Yeah, go on.
Which I'm still telling you till today, Guardian and Punch, they're still owing me money. Okay? Because they refused to publish my article. Let me find the other phone. If I can still find the message. And I told you when I wanted to
Do
publish,
you have a receipt of payment? A receipt of payment?
why won't I have? I don't. What's the money? I have receipt now. How did I give them cash from
Give us
US
the
to
evidence.
Nigeria?
All right, it's okay. Give us the evidence. Let's go. Bring the evidence out. Let's go.
Why should I give you evidence?
You are the one that want to prove now. He that want to. He that alleged was.
Listen, Papariano.
Iron Lady, it's not all the questions Paparano asks that you will answer. Some of them you
Listen,
skip it and you just
Papariano.
continue.
You didn't give me money to go and do stuff, and I said they didn't do it, and I have to come and prove anything to you. Did you? It's my money.
Again, okay, the reason why you are saying it so that we'll pity you that you have lost. So we want to before
No,
we
I've not lost my money. No. I didn't tell you I've lost.
That's
I've
what we are
lost my
saying.
money.
Okay, we want to pity
No.
you.
I'm
but we
just
want
telling
to-
you that.
we want
I'm
to see
only
evidence.
trying to hold on. You see, you thought the reason I was saying it is because I lost. It's my money. I didn't lose it. Anytime I have anything to publish, I will take it and do it. They owe me. It's not a loss. Oh no, I wasn't saying it because of the loss
What
aspect
was
of
that
it.
condition? What was
I
that?
was saying it, hold on. I was saying it because to let you know that there are some people that are powerful that are behind this
Okay,
case.
that is not correct. That is
Moses,
not correct. Again,
Moses,
that is
hold
not
on. Moses, the first time we went on the radio station to talk, were we shut down or not?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were shut down on the radio
I'm
station
gonna verify that.
Two
Yeah, and if I
times.
have to believe in that, please put that aside.
We
First.
were-
two times.
You keep jumping left and right. Finish with one. That is wrong. Again, that is wrong. You see,
Let
there
me
are
find
things there are things you can't do with me if I really want to. If I really want to investigate things, there are things I don't let slide
Hold
because of
on.
the way I station my
I'm
mind.
going to call the guy. Hold on. I'm
All
going to
right.
call the guy. Hold on.
Call him.
Hold
Call the guy. Please call him.
on. Oh, there you go.
I like
Shebi
evidence.
Moses is here now. Shebi Moses is
Paparano.
here. Moses
No,
was part of it.
Paparano, that very day, that very day.
Wait, let her call the person. Let's ask how much she paid. She paid.
Which one are we calling?
The one that you paid money, not the person that received your money.
No, she's talking about radio
I was
station.
talking about when we were
She's
shut
talking about radio.
Now,
Radio
this
station.
one, just bring radio station. We'll come to radio station. Let's finish with this paper first. You just bring this one now. Let's finish with the previous newspaper. Forget this radio station. Let's
Okay,
finish.
hold on. Shesuru.
All right. Oga.
Okay.
Paparano. That very day, we had a radio station interview and chat. They shut that radio station up 2 times, and they sent signal to the broadcaster from one security department that they should stop the broadcast 2 different times.
Do you have an evidence for that?
Well, even if we have an evidence, will the radio station person will he want to disclose to us the particular agency that actually passed that message to him? The only thing he could do is to tell us what exactly was happening, and we cannot fail to.
Hello, Akuma. How are you? I'm going to put you on a speakerphone now because I want to know which of the newspapers are still owing me money.
Okay.
So I want which ones are still owing the money. Is it 2 or 3? I've forgotten.
It's Punch newspaper.
Punch. So I can come anytime I would like to print anything, right? Is that what they said? You are still owing me 2, isn't it?
Punch newspaper.
I thought it was Punch and Vanguard.
I want to ask a question, please, to that person.
Vanguard printed theirs.
Vanguard printed theirs. The one about Oba Elegushi, when they said, when the guy came back, what did he say? I've forgotten. You are a speaker.
Yeah, with who? Say that.
Quite a few people, but go ahead.
Okay.
So what was the story? I've forgotten.
The reporters, the auditors or whatever they are, they said they needed to get the other side of the story from Oba Elegushi so that they won't publicize something that is libelous. So they did so, and they said he denied, when they reached out to him for comments, he denied the substance of the matter that was presented in the publication. So they said that we should change what we want to talk about. They gave us hints. They were like, okay, we can talk on the autopsy report and other things that are of real public interest and genuine concern. And they also said from Michael, it was like that the money paid to Punch, they cannot like retrieve it based on the fact that it's a company's account, but that at any time we want to do something else, like a work, that I should reach out, that they'll use it as a substitute for the work.
All right. Moshi might check because what I pay Meiji, I think it's Punch and Guardian, but you said Punch just now, but that's fine. That's fine. Hold on, Akuma, hold on, please. Hold on, Akuma. What did you say? Papariano, what did you say?
Yeah, my question was that, did they say that no one...
Akuma, listen to the question. So I don't have to repeat I won't have to repeat.
Yes, we're just asking this for confirmation. Yes, okay. Did they say that no one can post anything about Oba Elegushi or things that they think are libelous that may cause damage to someone's reputation and which may affect their company? Go on.
Did you hear the question?
Yes, sir. The second matter is what it is. That they wouldn't want to post an unconfirmed matter that could be libelous and affect the company.
Exactly. That's what every company will say.
They actually requested that a name, like someone should take responsibility for this, like let there be a face to the report.
Exactly. Like for example, now if you're gonna say, yeah.
But let him talk.
But we are discussing now. As if for example,
we are not discussing. Let him talk.
You wait, bro. Where you can hear you.
Hold on. Let Isa is clarifying. Hold on.
Okay, go on.
I'm on like that. I'm going to block you, Papa.
Their position was that a face has to be attached. Like that the statement will not just read like an anonymous person just came out and said so thing. But that if we intend to remain anonymous, then they must confirm from him. Okay. That was their standpoint because
that's enough. You don't need to go deep. You don't need to go more deep. We're saving the time, bro. Just give me 1 minute, okay? This is what I told you also, Lady Harris, the other day. I said that because of their company, their rules, the way they roll, this is the normal thing which any founded newspaper will tell you. If you want to, let me see, if I want to say something about Oba Elegushi, I have to put my name, okay, to take full responsibility that I am the one who is saying this. So that at the end of the day, when anything backfires, they're going to locate me. Okay, and they were right. But the way you said it was like, oh, Punch said they're not going to post anything about Oba Elegushi and it's powerful. I said, no. It's not
I
like
told you, listen. You didn't listen. The same way you don't listen. I said, we want to publish something. They had to go and verify. And when they went there, just like he said, they said they should not publish it.
for what reason? I asked for what reason. You
I
remember?
didn't ask for what reason. I just said they should not publish it. And I said, okay, give me my money back. They said they could not give me my money back.
Ask for what reason? That's what I asked. That for what reason? There must be a reason.
So, and now let's go back to the one of the CNN now. If Punch is doing that, this is a confirmation that they verify their information. So whatever is in Punch is credible. So if I take that Punch to CNN, they should know it's credible.
Okay,
that's where we started from.
Okay, and again, it depends on whether CNN wants to see that credible. It's not again
So
up to
you see now, that is why I'm saying that if I take something from Punch and say, hey, I'm referencing Punch, then it's not, it's out of my hands. It's whoever publishes in Punch. Because otherwise, everything you read in Punch, you can say, oh, it's not true. Oh, it's not true. Oh, it's not true.
The consequence of that, the consequence of doing that is what I'm telling you. You are putting that guy, Dio, in a very big risk. And also the NMS lab in a very big risk, because now you are claiming to CNN.
But Dio, who is Dio? You mean the Punch guy?
Exactly, the Punch guy, the journalist. Order them that this is my research, and I want to put it out.
Did you hear him?
Okay.
He said your voice is gara 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 gara. They can't hear you.
Yes. What I said is this. Okay, I said that it is the person whose name is in that publication is that person that takes full responsibility. It's not Punch. That's why they will tell you that for them to take responsibility, they must go and investigate it themselves. But if it's gonna
No, Paparano, I disagree. I disagree with you in that case.
okay, but that's
No,
what
that publication.
Thank you very much.
That publication was done. That publication was done by Punch newspaper.
No, they told
right?
Information gathered by a journalist working under Punch newspaper. Who takes the responsibility? Before that publication goes.
Wait. Do we have any publication to make now? Because all me
We'll craft one, not now. We'll not be able to.
Okay, I will craft one. I will call you back. Okay.
I'm coming to you. Okay, let me clear this with you. So,
okay, hold on. Should I call the radio station guy?
Wait now,
Paparano, if I sign. If I sign a contract,
proof.
We are coming.
Paparano, if I sign a contract on behalf of the company I'm working for, and I resign from that company and I left, who take the responsibility?
Let me read this. We are coming. Let me read this. This to the okay. Private price of a PI in the USA. Now, on average, private investigators charge hourly rates ranging from $50 to $150 per hour. But this rate can increase for specialized services. Investigators often require a retainer fee upfront, typically between $500 and $5,000.
Retainer fee, your PR in the United States, you think not be wasa? What are you talking about? Did I not say you whatever you said 2000?
We don't have issue with that. Now, let me read the Punch, okay, for Moses, so that we can know who did the investigation. Just 1 minute. Let me bring this up.
First of all, before you even continue, you need to clap for me.
No. I just proved something wrong there. I just explained
something for me. At least you see that Punch is still owing me money. Punch is still owing me money. Because you think I'm crying more than the bereaved.
That's not what we are saying. I said how much is he owing?
I'm crying more than the bereaved. That I'm lying to you.
Oh my God. You see, sometimes I don't believe because of the way you place the news. The way you said that day was that people cannot post nothing about Oba Elegushi. And I said no. Don't tell me that I can't post nothing.
But you didn't let me finish. But you didn't let me finish. I will explain things as the way I understand.
Anything about Oba Elegushi, I say you don't say that. Don't tell me that Punch have newspaper.
I didn't know if you can. Why won't you be able to publish anything about Legushi?
That's what you said that day.
Listen. Let me finish. You're still not letting me finish again. Why will you not be able to publish anything about? If I want to give him a congratulatory message now, I will be able to publish it. If I want to do anything now positively, Oba Elegushi, Okosekinotu, you'll be able to do it.
Now you are changing things.
I'm not changing it. You are the one that doesn't think far. You have to have a little critical thinking to know that I know exactly what I'm saying. If I say you can publish things, I told you they said they had to go and confirm from him. I told you, but you were doing gara. I beg, don't come here again.
That is what we are saying. You have to take it easy. Take time.
You. When I'm talking, you take it easy. I say, okay, let me see. Let me let her land.
You know me, I'm very different with the way I hear things. I hear things.
Let me land. I'm still talking. You are still not letting me land. Still, if I'm talking, let me land. Now you can talk. I'm done.
Are you both the same star sign?
What did you say?
I'm sorry, guys. It's like we are now we will learn something here. We are not learning anything here. For real, Madam Larry's.
Yes, darling.
Okay, let me just be really quick. I think it's gone down. Iron Lady, I came in through halfway. So, okay, fair enough. He doesn't want to be mentioned, because it will be defamation of character. But surely the word allegedly can be used, right? I think you're right. I personally think you're right in whatever you're saying. But I love it when you and Papariano are together because you're both like cats in heat. And you're saying the same things, and then you start to, trying to do what.
Are you there?
Hello, sorry guys.
Oh my God! Please now stop now. I don't want to end the conversation. Please don't bring anybody. The moderator. I'm going to remove the moderators right now. Don't bring anybody up. Okay, please. I don't like when people control conversation. Don't just come and say, hey, you guys were not learning anything. Who is supposed to be here and teaching you? You to come up and teach us. Don't come and control us what you want us to say. Come up and say your own thing. Everybody have their own space. I'm in my own box. You are in your box. You mute when your time reach to talk. You speak. Don't come here and be telling me. You do your own things when your time come. All right? So, and nobody have to be here by force. Nobody's paying anybody. I don't know why sometimes we don't understand these basic rules. So please let everybody mind themselves because everybody hide the red like this. And are they hungry self? Now, where is Moses? Comrade Moses, you don't go down. Okay, I will wait for you when you come back. This one is for you. This one is for Moses. So, well, this is what I was saying, right? For me, I think it's advantageous for us if we have a PI. And I don't even think this is going to take more than, let me see. This is 1-2 days investigation.
It might not be. Let me tell you here. Let me tell you, if you let me land you. Because that's why sometimes I dozed off on your platform lately now because you won't let me talk. In fact, you give me headache. I cannot be taking Tylenol all the time because I come to TikTok. I beg. You see, you will pay a return. If I go now, if I want to call a PI now, which I can actually Google one and call one and make an appointment and meet with the person either on phone or I can do it in 1 minute. It's going to take me 5 minutes. But if I do, if they want to have, depending on the company and who and I call and how sophisticated they are, they might say, okay, come to the office so I can discuss everything. First of all, you go and pay consultation fee. If you want to come to me now and discuss anything with me, I'll charge you maybe $150 consultation fee, maybe $180, $250, depending. Okay, you pay consultation. Then you tell me your story. What do you want? Blah, 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 blah. Then I'll say, okay, this case is probably going to take you, I don't know, maybe $5,000 to $10,000. But if you want me to take the case, I have to take, oh, thank you. Thank you, sexy, thank you. So, so when you pay me the retainer fee, now I know that you are retaining me to do this job for you. So that's, I'm going to say, okay. So I can now say, okay, you've given me $2,000 or $1,000 for retainer fee. Now I have to go to, just like the same way it's done in Nigeria. Like we pay them bank only 15 million, but that 15 million, they are not doing anything with it. We had to pay for the CTC separately. We had to pay for the photocopy separately. We have to pay PI separately. So that's exactly how it's going to be too. So if he has to go to, let's say he has to go to the Pennsylvania, he has to go call them and they say, oh, okay, fill a form. I'm just saying, for example, I'm not saying it's going to be so, but if he has to go to Pennsylvania to the lab and he has to fill a form and the form is, let's say, $50, he's going to charge me for that. Then
okay, can we simplify things then so that we'll not just be
okay, go ahead, simplify. I don't know how to.
I like to have things very quick. I don't like to waste time when speaking and going back and forth.
Yeah, go for it.
The thing is this, are you saying that we're putting a call to these companies that want
Let me Google one right now.
Yes, putting a call to these companies that we want to have an investigation.
See, private investigator.
Oh my God.
Can you bring the private investigator here?
My God. Relax now. Let's be coherent.
Can I just say something and I'll go down quickly?
I'm just going to say something now. She just finished speaking. I don't want it to slide. So what I'm saying is, are we saying, because I know here in Nigeria, okay, you call private investigators, you discuss online, okay, with them, whatever you want, they're going to tell you, okay, some will tell you, like the other time we called 1 year with Bio, they told us that there are so many departments, there are homicide department, if your spouse is cheating, they can do those investigations, so they will take time to break all of these things to you. They will, in that same phone call, you will tell them what you want, okay, and then they will refer you to those who can, who can accomplish it. Okay, and the price, everything they're going to tell you. Okay, that's how it works here. So are you saying that if we put a call to maybe any of these companies or these organizations in the USA, like before talking to them, we have to go and pay $150? Before telling them about our problem, what we want, we have to go pay this amount? Is that what you're saying?
Can I just say that there's, and what Lady Eris, Iron Lady / Iron Lady is saying is that there's an initial consultation. So instead of having a conversation online about what you want an investigation for, what she's saying is that you will need to even have that sort of conversation, that consultation, there's a fee.
There's a fee, you have to pay for it.
Yes,
all right.
And then you have to explain in detail, okay, this is what I want you to investigate. And this is what I expect you to find because this is what I'm suspecting has happened. So can you please go and do your job? And for that sort of discussion to take place, you need to pay for that consultation. So that's what you're paying for. Okay,
that's, I see. They are more expensive then. Because their hours, their times are important to them. Okay, anyway, I see.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens here. In this particular case, maybe I will call some few numbers myself. Especially from the US, because we are trying to have a private investigator to help us go get this information from that NMS.
I didn't know you said, Papariano, nobody is going to spend 30 minutes with you, 1 hour listening to your story, then eventually you don't retain them. That's an hour gone. We all get paid per hour here.
No, I don't have issue with that.
So that's why you have to pay consultation fee.
Exactly. We don't have issue with that. I say, yeah, we don't pay for it, but if they pay for it, then we don't have problem. So the thing is this.
You were already arguing that with me already.
I'm not arguing that. What are you saying? How can I be arguing that? That's what we are checking. That's why I went to check.
Okay.
After which,
I came to tell you that per hours. I came to give you the information.
I think
I can call right now. Let me see.
I think you guys came up with a really good plan. Can I just say something off this?
We want to sort out the PI stuff. We want to investigate the NMS lab. If you're going to talk about it, fine. But I don't want to go to any other thing. We want to see how we can get legal practitioners to help us go get that information that the punches.
Can I ask you a question now?
Go on.
Why do you think that we need to investigate this right of?
No. It's not the right up. We invest the same way this person went there to investigate. We want to send our own investigator to go and investigate. to come and give us a more authentic report that we can use in any court.
Yeah, Papa, but with this write-up and with the way Iron Lady spoke with this person, and we all agree that before this write-up will come up, definitely they will have.
Iron Lady did not speak with this person who posted this one. Iron Lady was only talking about one debate that happened between me and her, whereby she wanted to post some things about Oba Elegushi. Okay,
that's what I understand.
Wait, please, wait. Iron Lady only spoke about the things that we argued in the past, whereby she wanted to post something about Oba Elegushi, okay, and then they came back telling her that they have to go and do their own findings and confirm that information. If it's not going to be true, they're not going to post it in their own punch. And then Iron Lady had already paid money, okay, for that publication. So, and they gave her other conditions that unless she's going to like take full responsibility, put her name, put her surname, everything, so that if in case it backfires, she will take full responsibility, not them. And then I was having an
argument with Aries. I'm trying to look for a private investigator in the area of the Pennsylvania.
Okay, what type of service?
I'm trying to look for a medical services. I would like them to investigate a lab to see if a result came from their facility. Oh, you don't do criminal like that. Oh, you only do if my husband is cheating. Can you help me, monitor him? Okay, now I know. I'll call you. I'll catch him do something. Thank you. No, you see, they only do relationship and spouse. I have to.
It depends which one you call. I just told you now. You have to put criminal investigation.
I have to take my time to see criminal PI.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. So, like,
only if my husband is cheating on me.
When we called that one that day to Nigeria, okay, he took his time. He explained to us a different department, homicide investigator, kidding. People like document all of those things you want to investigate it, so you have to. But that one.
Let's tell you something now. You see, now I'll tell you something, and you believe it or not, it's even going to be this one we want to do is also going to be more expensive. Because one thing you should understand is the HIPAA law is patient protective information of patient documentations. In order for them to break the HIPAA law, it's going to take a lot of process. They have to go, and it's even going to be much more expensive.
How are you sure? How are you sure that this person in Punch get the right information if NMS cannot break the HIPAA law?
No. Listen.
This is a shortcut. Instead of us to go that way, why don't we call Punch and work with Punch?
We can do that too.
Yeah, let's call Punch and work with Punch.
For example, there are some people that are like if you get these PI people that can do that job, they have license. When I came out to tell you that, we have checked, or they have checked the whole United States. I told you, I remember the way I put it that day. I said, the research department in my team. That's the word I used, because I made sure I said I wasn't the one. Now, I said that because I know some of the people in my team, they have a diplomatic status. Let me just use the word status. And they can get classified informations. So it's not that they cannot give it. I mean, when you have investigations, police goes to the hospitals to get informations, and they will give them the patient's files and documentation. They bring them to the court all the time. But the thing is, in order for you to have...
Let me say something. Let me say this right. If since you are not the investigator, probably you do not know.
I didn't tell you I am not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, since you are not the investigator, probably I want you to check how they did that in their investigation. It is possibly that they have connections in Nigeria.
Let your girlfriend do that. She's in the United States.
You wait.
You wait. You wait. It is
possibly that the investigators that work with your team, that they have connections with the labs in Nigeria, and they know about these people who are the pathologists who are on this case. And somebody from an insider in Nigeria give them a hint that this was taken nowhere. Okay, they must not necessarily go to US and be checking every lab, wherever. They might have even got the information right here in Nigeria. I know that this thing did not fly. So
listen, let me tell you, the emails we got in January, that they denied that those things were not sent anywhere in the United States. We still have those emails. It's not a shocker, even when the result came, and even when the way the result was related, even though we didn't hear it read. You don't measure wound in 1.6 centimeter. No, that's not how a wound measurement is going to come if you come from the United States. Come on, I know better than that. I told aristocrats. A wound is measured in 3 phases: length, width, depth. So you can't just come and say 1.6 centimeter, it's superficial. 1.6 centimeter, when I called aristocrats and we were talking, off camera, I'm like, 1.6 centimeter is not superficial. That's a very damn deep wound. In fact, up to stage 3 wound. And I need the other rest of the measurements of the wounds. Okay, aristocrats said, well, hold on, aristocrats did the research of the pathology.
From one point to another point. I mean, we're talking about NMS, we're talking about investigating of, this result. Now you're going to 1.6 centimeter. I mean, this has nothing to do with what we are saying now.
See, I already lost my train of thought.
You are leaving that conversation, which is very important. I want us to be around.
I'm not leaving it. I'm talking around it. I'm doing correlation. What is checking that day? See, this is why lately I've been sleeping on your platform because we need to sorrow. Wallahi. I like you, Shao, alone. I like where people can, they can poke into my brain.
This 1.6 centimeter, as it was read in court.
No, comrade, wait. It's not. We are not talking about 1.6 centimeter. We are talking about this NMS. Okay. Do you think that at the time that it was detected, moderator, please do not bring anybody up, especially when I'm in full control. Okay, not everybody can handle, the general conversation. Please don't do that. Who can handle them, I will bring them up, and who can't will go down. When I'm retired, everybody will come up. So now, comrade, at the time this investigation was done to detect whether these samples were not taken anywhere, okay, was it done in Nigeria or it was done in America? Because for me, I think the best way to do it is Nigeria. You can't go everywhere.
Okay, Paparano. Okay, Paparano. First of all, we did an investigation in that particular loot, and the result we got was that
when you say loot, you mean the Lagos Forensic Center?
Yes, we did an investigation there, right there in Lagos, and what we got was that the toxicology was not taken to anywhere. Insider, which is our own, told us that information, and the link we even used was a family member who works there as a senior medical director.
That's what I'm telling Lady Harris. You see what that I'm correct, Lady Harris? You see what I'm saying, that I'm correct?
She knows now.
Okay, but again, that was what I was telling her, but she was not listening to me. Now
I'm listening. Let me tell you something.
She knows now.
There is nothing you can say that I don't know. Papariano.
You were saying something else. I said that you have to do the investigation.
Let me finish. You see, in this life, nothing is written on concrete. I was just responding to someone there. Even with that HIPAA law, it does not mean that some people cannot get information. Even with HIPAA law in place, it's just to protect and minimize. It's not that if FBI goes there now, they say no, HIPAA law will not give information.
FBI is different. You have to be a very big organization.
It doesn't. You have to have people are privy to classified information.
Not backdoor,
yes. Backdoor. So nothing is written on concrete and nothing cannot be bent, but you have to have the right authority.
Let's focus on things that you will say, people will not dispute it, please. Focus on things. For example, now, if comrade will say that, it's done here in Lagos, you have information from within. Okay, that is confirmed. I mean, you don't have to stress that forward. Okay, now
this autopsy now. What I told them to do.
I'm trying to guide. That's why when
hold on. That's very easy. Is before we even do all this one, you see, Barrister Shitu that you guys voted for should first of all request for the original document from the laboratory, not the transcripted one, not the one this guy that read it at the inquest. You know, when they received it, the police said it was jargons to them. They sent it to LASU for interpretation. They should not take the interpretation copy, because the way how we interpret something, as you can see, as we are arguing on the platform already, is different from the way Moses will interpret it. It's different from the way you will interpret it. So depending on who interpreted it, if Aniki Shaya is taking my copy, she will have a different opinion. If Aniki Shaya takes your copy, she will have a different opinion. So the legal rep in Nigeria, Baba legal rep, needs to ask for the original document from the source. Get it? And that original document, we have the name of the laboratory, we have everything. Then we can say that, yes, for a fact it came from Pennsylvania. At that time, we can now start calling Pennsylvania, because we really cannot even go from what this pathologist read, I guess pathologists, consultants, according to aristocrats. No. It's Konshare. Even I'm not even condemned. I'm just saying professionally, he did not give a professional summary of the toxicology. His definition of rigor mortis was
when I let you speak, you will leave the point that we are. You will be going somewhere else. I'm still talking about the investigation conducted the NMS, okay? And I'm saying the information Moses is talking about, it is that you guys got the information from an insider here in Lagos State Forensic Center, okay? Not in America.
No. The one Moses got was in Nigeria. The one Susan got was in America.
Was in America, yeah.
Okay,
we did it in 2 ways.
Two different places.
Okay, wait. The one Susan got, if it was in America, okay, you see, this is what I'm saying. That's how you guys have to be careful here. The one that Susan got, if it was in America, before Berekete, listen, before Berekete, Susan already have her information. So where did she went to investigate in America to say that nothing was sent there? Go on.
So where did she go?
Before Berekete, after Berekete, we know that there was Pennsylvania NMS. Before Berekete came.
Let me answer your question. So before Berekete came, where did Susan went? You go to the forensic laboratories. It's only 3 or 4 of them in the United States.
Are you saying that the United States there's only 3 forensic laboratories?
3 or 4, yeah. There's one in Pennsylvania. I'm telling you, Asisha, yeah. And I've always told you here on this platform that she has access to class. I didn't say me.
So I didn't say me. Forensic center in the whole USA.
Okay, is that what you want to latch on? I didn't say me.
I want to be sure, because if it's only 3, then it's possible.
Now, listen, let me tell you something. And I also told you, I said she has emails to confirm those, and I did not say me.
And I always tell you, now come on now, you can't be calling all the centers. You can't be calling. It is better you tell me you confirm it from Nigeria. I got you. But that
no. She did not confirm from Nigeria. I'm telling you, she did not confirm from. This is how you argue blindly. I'm telling you.
I got her, but that defense should not be meant for her. Should be meant for the person that carry out the assignment.
I agree with what you are saying from Nigeria. That one is very clear. Okay, but that you went to America, okay, and you are visiting all these forensic centers, and
she did not listen. Oh God. Oh God Almighty.
Let us start on what Moses is saying. That one makes sense. So that
no. I'm not standing on what Moses is saying, because that is not what I'm saying. Why will I stand on that? Why will I stand on what Moses is saying?
Paparano, let me say this.
Forensic center in America before she conclude. But how does she know that? Okay, because for she to conclude, she must have talked to all the forensic centers in America.
Listen.
That's what I'm saying. That is not physically right. It's better you say that you got information from Nigeria. That it never fly abroad. I will agree with you. It never fly abroad. But don't tell me that you went abroad checking everywhere in the USA, so you can now affirm that it didn't come to the USA.
Let me tell you something. You argue blindly. I didn't say me. And I'm telling you, she has ability for classified information.
Oh my God.
Because all these laboratories, let me tell you, their computers are they have one system. If they are on Epic, it's medicine everywhere. If they are all using Epic, you don't have to go from one hospital to one hospital to one.
Do you agree with what she's saying? Yeah, do you agree with this?
Listen to me. If I go now, I live in my state. If anything happens to me, let me say something. I don't care if they agree or not. They don't agree with anything I've been saying, but I've been right though. Who cares what they agree or if they don't agree? Do I care? And people are saying she's right. Yes, she's right. Okay. If I go to New York now, or I go to another state, if they tell me if they use Epic or if they use Meditech, all they need to do is care anywhere. Any hospital, everywhere I have my prescriptions everywhere. That is why you cannot
explain to me practically.
That is how narcotics are being controlled. Because listen, let me finish. That is why and how narcotics are being controlled in the States. Because I could come to this hospital today and say, hey, I'm having pain. Give me narcotics. Give me methadone. Give me this. Then go to another hospital, collect methadone. Go to another place, collect medications. No. By the time they put my name on the system and my social security, they will know that you were in one hospital yesterday and they gave you methadone.
Okay, now
Paparano, you're a scientist. You're a scientist. Think large.
No. My brain functions. I like to get things right. Okay. Again, I'm saying it is impossible. Okay. There are so many people around the world that send samples to America for forensic. Okay. So now
I don't know. I don't know if I can say yay or nay.
You wait. Now, a government sent sample to a random forensic center in America. Okay? You don't even know the name. You don't even know the place. Now, for anybody to categorically say that government did not send anything.
With your comments now, people are saying, Lady Aries, you are right. I know what I'm talking about.
They are just, don't forget, I don't work by sight. Okay, you listen. Now, for anybody to come and make emphatic statement, to say that there is nothing sent to America, it is more correct if you have done the investigation in Nigeria and those working with the government here, okay, they know that yes, nothing was sent and they give you the information like Comrade Moses is saying, okay, then you saying that you don't have any connection in Nigeria, but you went to America checking everywhere.
First of all, you have added your own to this story.
You're not letting me talk. Listen, you spoke. Let me speak. Okay.
Have any connection in Nigeria? I didn't add that to it.
No, just wait. No. That's why I was telling you it is more physical and better. You tell me that it's done in Nigeria. That's more correct. That is more credible because you may have so many connections in Nigeria and get these information. And in fact, we don't even have those privacy laws like that. So it means it's very easy to get those information. But when you are saying that somebody went to check, in US directly to see whether anything was sent from Nigeria, and even that time, you don't even know whether the government of Adamawa sent anything, the government of any center sent anything. But you are saying that they went specifically asking for every center in America whether Mohbad sample was sent to America. Do you know how many places you have to visit? So, that's also some things, right? When you are saying it, say it in the way that it cannot be disputed. Like what Moses say right now, if Moses say like this, bang, everybody will just click. And that's why when you say something sometimes, I mean, you might not know, but people who maybe they are, I mean, who they are that upstairs, they will hold you. They will not let you slide. They will not let it go. And then you feel like, okay, maybe people are fighting against you. So we have to be careful when we make this statement, especially for our mental health sake.
Say how I feel for me. I'm the one feeling it. Don't say how I feel for me. Now, let me tell you, you don't have to go. Moses, hold on. You are not getting my point. You don't have to go from one place to another. Hey. It's a computer system. It's a computer. You don't have to leave your house.
How do you see privacy information from computer system? Go on, explain.
Let me tell you, this is what I'm telling you. You don't have to leave your house. If I want to check patient's information and I want to see where my patient is right now that has traveled to another state, or if I want to do a refill for a patient, I can just stay right here in my house and they will pick it up in Pennsylvania.
You can Google privacy information and you just get it like that. That's what you're saying.
You have people that have the privileges. Is it not just today you know about HIPAA?
What do you mean I'm just know about HIPAA today?
Paparano. If I have my health insurance card that I use. If I have my health insurance,
when you were reading the IPP, people were just telling you today what HIPAA law means.
The meaning of things sometimes. I mean, not every.
I'm telling you, doctors have information to people's health. Insurance company have information to people's health. FBI have informations. You think? Won't they? Because they are HIPAA law does not mean that it is lock and key and the key is thrown away.
Right? It will be easy for you to tell me that you went to Pennsylvania.
I didn't go, and it's not me. It's not me.
That's why I'm saying that the information you are backing up.
Paparano, you can't knock that. You can't knock that information out outrightly.
You say what?
Paparano, you can't knock that information out outrightly. Wait. Look, in Europe, we have health insurance system. If I am registered in Holland and I go to Istanbul, I can use my card in Istanbul. Get that information, so you can't just knock that particular information. You can't just knock it out like that.
If you are involved in an accident now and you are alone in the car,
exactly,
and you have your driver's license and you are there unconscious, when they swipe your card, put your information
on the record.
Your information we get.
We use it in.
Hold on, sir. They will see an information like you want to break the glass. That means, do you want to break the glass? That means, do you want to break the HIPAA protection? You will say yes. You click on it and you move on. That is how you will know. Oh, this person is this. Okay. This person. That is how you will get the medical information and treat the person.
Let's come back to it. Are you saying that, for example, now I know your name? Okay, let me say the person who checked this information knows Mohbad name, Ireoluwa Oladimeji Alobat. Okay, and then now. You put that name in the system, you ask you have the privilege to talk to some people, okay? And now they say that, oh, we don't have this name, we don't know about this name, okay? So is that enough to conclude that nothing was sent?
No. Papariano, you are not getting it. Right. Okay, let me explain. And please, let me finish. When I'm done, I'll say I'm done. Don't put idea. You are getting into my brain. Okay. If I am FBI, and I'm here now, and I need an information on Moses Papariano, Moses Komolafe, I just type it here. I don't have to go from one hospital to one hospital to one hospital to one hospital. The database will come up. If I put in social security, all this information will come up. When he was at Pennsylvania, it will show me. When he went to Las Vegas and he picked up a prescription in methadone there, it will show me. The last time he was at New York and he picked up a methadone, it will show me. Then I'll be able to say, you pick up a methadone here, 3 tablets, you pick up this medication here, you pick up that medication here, you are not due for a refill. What are you doing to your medication? You don't go from one place to another. And it can come in, hey, Aries, can you please, my prescription, I need the prescription, but I'm in Vegas. Can you send it to pharmacy in Vegas? Boom, 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 boom. I put it in. They pick it up over there. You don't go from one place to one place to one place to one place to one place. So because if she checked it, not me, but if she checked it, whoever she called, let's say she called someone that has that privilege, they don't have to go check and see if anywhere in the United States, if Promise Ilerioluwa Aloba is there, or give them all the names, whichever way, they will just put it in the system. The Pennsylvania will show, everybody will show. It's not that, okay, check Pennsylvania, okay, it's not there. Go and check Dallas, oh, it's not there. Go and check Florida, it's not there. Go and check Maine, it's not there. Go and check New York, it's not there. That's not how it comes out. Because when you are breaking the glass, they call it breaking the glass. When you are breaking the glass means that you are you are breaking the HIPAA. And it will show you, do you have authority to break the glass? You will you will break the glass. I break the glass all the time. You will
Victoria,
break
Iron Lady.
What's up?
I need just a couple of seconds. You are 3 right. 3 of you are right. But you are not just explaining it well to each other. But fortunately, at the last minute, you just did. Anybody has a right to ask information. The only thing is that you must have permission. You see, when I'm sick, if anything happened to me now, immediately in America, they will first of all search my name. Everything will come. Anything that is on computer about my health in America will be only assessed by authorized personnel. It's simple as that. You see, a lot of rights are given to when you become a doctor or you are a practitioner. You automatically have some rights that is given to you. The reason is that so that you can get information quickly about the person you want to treat or about the situation. You know, most of us, we give rights in case we are in an accident or anything for our part of our body to be used. And this thing can take seconds just to decide. So that's why all medical practitioner in America is authorized. All you have to do is you know your name, you know what, and you know who you are asking about. And it fits in easily. But about this, what we are discussing, what you have been discussing, you know, it will also be there. But you have to have the authority. You can't just go in like anybody. Unless you know somebody's password. Or you know maybe your husband is a doctor or your wife is a doctor. You can access it. That it cannot be accessed. That is not true. It can be accessed. Even people that act computer, they sometimes do. So that is just what I see, my contribution to this thing.
Yeah,
but
thank
the two
you.
of you are just, you know.
If Akuma, God forbid, if anybody, let's just be Shegun is involved in an accident, is bleeding, and they airlift him to a hospital, before you give blood transfusion or anything, or you want to give O negative, because that one is universal, you want to check, who is this person? Okay, we don't know family, we don't know anybody, it's just been airlifted and here from the airport, you break the glass. You break the glass, you will say, oh, this person went to New York the other day, he's on this medication, he's on blood thinner, he's on this, he has this history, blah, 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 blah. Then you can know what to give this person, what the patient is allergic to. You can read the medical history. It's called Health Anywhere. Or Shani Everywhere. Health Everywhere. You can break the glass. It's not that it's
are you
not
saying?
Iron Lady, can I quickly
Are we
ask you one
saying?
question?
Okay.
Can I
contribute?
contribute? You know, Mohbad, is not a resident of America. So how can you get his information online when he doesn't have any database in America?
So can I answer that? Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
If you bring a patient to the
People on the
hospital,
comment section that know what I'm talking about, clap for me.
Can
Papa,
I
they
I don't know
know
what you're talking about because I'm in London.
if you bring a patient, we live in Europe. We live in Europe. If you bring a patient to the hospital, are they not going to create a customer identification number for the patient?
So yes, anytime you come to the hospital, you will definitely have a medical record. If you don't have a medical record, one will be created for you. So in the case of Mohbad, even if he's not a patient, as long as the specimen for his autopsy came to wherever it was sent to, a record will be created for him. And so he will definitely have a record. To answer Big Zara's question, if you don't live here, if you come and take any kind of treatment anywhere, they will create a record for you.
And thank you very much, Shell. And that is why I said, even when you are brought in dead, Big Zara, even when you are brought in dead, that is why I said, even when you are brought in dead and when you are even going back, some stuff would have been given to Wumi. Because even brought in dead, you have medical record.
Yes, they have to create some kind of record for you to be able to do anything on you, to even touch you. There has to be some form of record.
Let's make it this way. Let's say I have a friend that is working in the FBI, okay, and Mohbad's sample was sent to America, okay, probably is going to have an identification number or so. So this person, FBI, went on that, embarked on that investigation, and so got some information. So are we saying that through this FBI, I can be privileged to this information?
Now, let me tell you.
No, can I respond to that, Iron Lady? Because this is something that I do every day.
Go ahead.
I know you mentioned breaking the glass. Now, we have to understand that medical information is highly protected, right? As I'm here right now, if I access my own medical record, because I have access to access medical records, right? People's medical record. If I access my own personal medical record in my database, it will flag my security system and I will be pulled into the office by my boss. If my staff access a medical record of a patient they are not directly taking care of, it flags me and I pull those staff into my office to ask them why they access a medical record of a patient they are not taking care of. So now back to the FBI. No, FBI does not have access to your medical record unless there is a case. If there is a case and permission is given to them, because your medical record is very protected. If there's a case and permission is given to them because of that case, because of an investigation that's going on with that case, a certain number of people can access it. And whoever can access it will be tracked. Now, if that information is all over the place, we know who to go to. A friend cannot just go on and access, or anybody cannot just access it, even if you work in the FBI.
Under what condition can the sample, let's look at different possibilities, okay, whether criminal or whatever, okay. Let's say someone's sample is sent from Nigeria to America. All right.
Correct.
For examinations and these things. So, under what condition can an individual have the knowledge of whether or not truly, such samples were even sent by the government from this country to any forensic center in America? Now, go on.
So the forensic center, that if it was actually sent there, there should be the pathologist, right, will have that knowledge. Now, the pathologist cannot disclose that to you or to anybody except the people that sent it directly to them. So the pathologist cannot say yay or nay. In the hospital, if we have a patient who comes in and says, I do not want anybody to know that I am in this hospital, right, we put them in the coded name. And in that coded name is the name
that they bear in the hospital, and only people within that is in direct care of that patient knows the coded name. And then there's also something like Iron Lady said, there will be a glass. If anybody wants to access that record, that person will have to break that glass, and when you break a glass, it triggers security. Right, so it's not just something you can access. So one, the pathologist will be the one that have the information, and the pathologist cannot just share it with anybody except to the person or the governing body that gave them that sample. And the pathologist cannot validate if they have that sample or not.
Can we now say that this information that was posted on Punch newspaper about somebody who went there to conduct an investigation, who came back saying that no sample was sent to this NMS lab, can we say that this person, is not being, honest in his research?
No. Let me answer.
So we cannot 100%. So that person that went there, okay, yeah. One, the person that went there, do they have permission?
No. Hold on 1 second. First of all, let me answer that question for you, Papariano. There's one thing is, no, the name is not appearing. Remember, they didn't give results. There's no results. There's one thing is, oh yeah, there's a name. I can see Imole Gold. What is the date of birth of the person? Oh yeah, it's January 3rd, 1996. Oh yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. That is minimum information. That is not even giving information. It's not saying that, okay, there's cocaine, there's amphetamine, there's methadone. No. All this guy said in the newspaper is that no name was found. Not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Probably that's what showed. So it's not even information. I called Pennsylvania myself that day that they mentioned it. I called and they were telling me, oh no, there's no information here, but even if there is any, we can only give it to the coroner inquest that's under the coroner facility, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, thank you. Bayo called because Bayo and I spoke that day also. He said he just called. I said I just called too. So they can say, yes, we have a name, we have a sample. They can say no. That is not given. That is not the
confirm information that the person is not there. What if the person name was there and they say, they're not going to give the information? So does that mean?
It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible.
But just because they told you that the name is there does not mean they have the information.
But they don't. But that is what this newspaper carried is not HIPAA violation, because they just said that, oh, no name by Papariano, Ekundayo. Papariano Ekundayo found. Not found. So I can say your name is not found in the database of a forensic facility anywhere in America. Don't deal.
What if a different name was used? What if a different name was used to store it?
Who
knows? Why would they use a different name?
Possible too. Oh no, it's very possible because remember Mohbad's case. It's a very controversial case. Now, it is a very controversial case.
If they are sending it to the US, I don't think Nigeria will think, it's controversial, let's use it. No, I don't think so.
They should. Let me tell you why they should. Because it's a controversial case, right, with a lot of accusations, knowing that multiple people will be calling into to get this result. So you can put a sample in an alias. You can put a sample in
you can put a sample in the code. If you go for, let me ask you a question. When we go do the drug test, annual drug testing, do they use real name or do they use a code and date of birth?
But you're doing annual drug test. That's you doing annual drug test. It doesn't correlate because you're doing an annual drug test for your occupation, for your job, or for something, or for new employment.
Okay, but anyway, it's going to show that at least the sample was coming from a particular, location or particular address overseas.
So they can code it whereby nobody will know. Only the pathologist, right? And other people will know the code, right? That code, only a few people, the investigating bodies, will know that codes correlate with a specific person. I'm going to give you an example. I used to work in the emergency room, right? There are some specific forensic cases that comes. The name is not disclosed. We have the sample. We are only given the code, right, to run that sample, to do everything with that care. You're only giving a code just because it's a highly protected
We got
information.
that. Okay, if that is the case, then let's launch a criminal investigation into that in the USA. How about that? Let's have it like a case.
You know, and listen, Papariano, I said something. I think the area we have to begin from is, number one, let us actually see the original result sent from wherever they claim they sent the sample to.
Even that can be made up too. That can be made up too.
But if that is made up, then we can go from there, because we will now take that result, we will just oppose it, we call the company and say, hey,
exactly.
Did this come from you?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is where we
Because
start
at that
from.
time, they can verify. At that time, they
This one
can
is very
verify.
possible.
If they make it
Papariano.
public, if they make the result public, then
Please, can I come in?
with that result, you cannot call the people that put their stamp on the result and say, is this from you? Now those people can speak to
Exactly.
it, but until then,
That is why I
Papariano.
said our legal team
It's
should
not
have
good to CNN,
collected
not
a
CNN,
copy
not
by
good to
now.
CNN right now, not CNN.
I
Papariano.
said our legal team should have collected the original documents brought
Exactly.
in.
Yeah, but
That's
not
what I'm
going to
telling
CNN.
you.
That's what I'm saying, not going to
Forget
CNN.
CNN. That one was a different story again.
Right, that was then. All right, now we are talking. Go on, Sakura.
No, stop it.
Papariano, please, can I come in?
Now we are talking.
Thank you. I don't see all the forces about this Punch publication. Punch publication is a reliable entity that has reputation to protect. They have their legal team. They have investigative team. Even whoever wrote that report must have done investigation, go through administrative process, and go through their legal team. Punch, because of the sensitivity of this case, I will believe what Punch is saying. And if we believe what Punch is saying, the onions is on the government to come and disprove it, or that practitioner that came to the inquest, like Lady Harris says, to come and show us and prove to us that this thing, forensic and what have you, was done outside. Because remember, there was a commissioner, a spokesperson for the police that came that the federal government paid Lagos State in foreign currency or something to go and do this. Let them show us. Let the government prove to us. The burden is not on Punch. Punch will not come out and say what they don't have, especially with the sensitivity of this case. That is my take. And I think we should get off of it. I believe that is what we need, and what we capitulate them is the phone forensic of everybody involved, even including Joseph Aloba. We know their number. Let the investigative team, the legal team, let them go after this. Even cases that are not much difficult than this, they go to the phone forensic and they prove it and they get what they want. I don't believe we should be forcing on what Punch is saying. I am taking it for what it's worth. That is my opinion.
I mean, it's an information to work with. It's also credible in its own capacity. We are not completely putting that aside, but we want to look at strategies that we can implement, which we are looking for all holes. Okay, we are looking for every way is the way. So that's just what we are doing. That's why we are rubbing minds together. So, what other thing again? The legal team now, it's up to them. It's on them right now. We have so many informations available. However, they want to utilize. Yesterday, I spoke to Muyiwa, and Muyiwa agreed with me the things that we said, that because I told him the way it used to be before, we have people that used to go to Muyiwa, they will speak. After they will go, then Muyiwa himself will go and speak to Baba He will go and speak to legal team by himself. So I said those things are not helpful, but it's better that Muyiwa himself will be in a sitting, Baba Mohbad will be in that sitting, some rep of the public will be in that sitting, and the lawyers too will be in that sitting. If it's a Zoom meeting or whatever, all of them will be there whenever they have a meeting. They will not have any meeting behind, okay, that has to do with that cause. So they will rub minds together. That's rep of the public, family, and legal team, okay, and they'll be functioning like that. Not that everybody will go and meet Muyiwa. Only Muyiwa will be talking to the rep of the public, and only him will go and talk to lawyer. We don't know what he's discussing with lawyer. So, and then he said that those things are going to be changed. And to everybody who was part of the conversation yesterday when we spoke together with Muyiwa here, please make sure you remember him. I hope he changed that, because I mean, we have said we're not going to drag him, which he himself doesn't encourage probably, and he has apologized for however he spoke the other time, I think 2 months ago when he came here. So, and he has said he's ready to work with the public and everybody. Though questions were still asked to him and he couldn't answer that. I understand he's not that, maybe that kind of eloquent person that speaks in the public or so. He's not a public person. So I see that, and we had that consideration on him yesterday, but we just want to make sure, in as much as we are considering him, let him also consider the public. So the demands is not too much. But now let us watch whether he's going to do this, which again, I think he just accepted just because people were much here yesterday. So people, let us see how we can follow up with that gets done. Do you guys agree with that structure or not? Let's hear from everybody.
Yes, I agree.
Paparano, can I say something?
Comrade, you have a question for me? Yes, I agree. Comrade has a question for me.
Yes, I'll flash my brain. I actually run off.
Paparano, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Lady Harris, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Paparano,
Lady Harris, are you the host?
Everyone has Paparano.
I'm the second in command.
Paparano, Lady Harris, and everyone. Great work you guys have been doing. Seriously, it's really it's painful, and it's really sad to know that a life was lost, and you know, at the end of the day, it was being taken as a joke. First of all, I'm gonna start on a different note, and I'm gonna start by saying this. I want to ask a question first before I actually go into the point. First, all that has been said is really good, but I would like to confirm the autopsy result that was probably read or whatever. Does anyone have a copy of it, or does the family, like Baba Mohbad, does he have a copy of it? That, you know, I mean, physical copy, whether physical or print or printed, or digital. That.
Sorry, don't land with that question. They have filed for the original copy, and it's not yet with them.
Okay. That I have a reason for asking.
The original one that is coming from the American Forensic Center, not the one interpreted, the one that we have here, the one with the logo of that center.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
That's good. Yeah. The reason why I asked that is this. First of all, I would like to walk you through a criminal case that I was personally involved in Nigeria before I left Nigeria. It was a criminal matter, and the police, we wrote a petition. The police, they were doing the job. They were doing a fantastic job at first. But along the line, what happened was we just discovered that they started playing game with the suspect. The day the suspect was supposed to was brought in, they wrote the suspect, and the suspect was brought in. And then they were supposed to hold the suspect down because it was a criminal matter. But what happened? They started talking about family thing, it's a family, you can't do this to But the thing is this: the person that was, I don't want to talk about the case. I don't want to mention the case. The thing is, the case actually involved Ministry of Justice, Lagos. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because it's so that everyone involved in this movement, we know what we are up against. And then when you know what you're up against, then there is that likelihood there that you're going to be aggressive about the results you want to get. So let me progress with this story. So, and they started by so doing, all they were doing was for the case not to go to court. We have done our own, myself and my team, we've done our research before even going to the police to write petition. We wrote the petition, we paid for the petition, I can't remember right now, maybe 75,000, that was in 2000 probably 19 or thereabout. So the petition was written. Instead of them they did an investigation. We actually saw the investigation because we were being aggressive about the case and we were following up the case every time. At Alagbon, it was Alagbon we took the matter to. So what happened? When they finished the investigation, because they had played a lot of balls with the suspect, because it's involving Ministry of Justice at the same time, of Lagos State. So what happened was this. They brought in another lawyer from the department, legal department. And this lawyer turned the report of the investigation together with the IPOs that were working on it. And they turned it around. And then we even knew what investigation they carried on. Because while they were writing letters to authorities in other states, we followed the letter down there. And the day the letter came to them, the day the letter landed at Alagbon in AIG's office, we went there. The person who brought the letter, the officer from the other state, even called us from another judiciary. That's another judiciary of another state. And then they brought the letter in. So when they took the letter in, then we went there. We were being aggressive about it. So that's one thing I want the family of the team of Baba Mugera to understand. Because they are going to be giving the public a lot of emotional torture by not, or let me say, by him not surrounding himself with subject matter SMEs, the subject matter experts, people that have expertise in criminal matter, people that have done criminal matters before. So when the letter landed and the letter went in, we were aware that the letter went in. They didn't know. So we're just hanging around. Like maybe like a few hours later, then we went in. We told them, the letter from so state judiciary, as it come, they denied it. They said no. That they said they've not received any letter. We were like, you have not received any letter? Are you sure about this? And they're saying they've not received any letter. So we called someone. We called another senior IG, a retired IG, and then the IG called the then, I don't know if it's the person that is there, one Hausa man like that, was the AIG at Alagbon then. And then he called him, and the AIG called us in, called me and my partner in. We went in, we were with him, and right there and there, the people who said that they didn't receive the letter, when he ordered them and they went to go and bring the letter to his table. And they brought the letter to his table, and he then did the needful. He then sent the letter down to the, what's it called? To the, what they call this department down. And the IPO in charge, because the IPO in charge was working with someone in the office of, what's it called? In the office of AIG. So at the end of the day, the case went to OC Lega. Because usually what they do is this. When they do proper investigation, good investigation, and then if the suspect involved has got money to throw around, then they will start holding the suspect to that. Look, we have this against you. We have this against you. We have this against you. We've got all this. So what are you ready to do? What do you want to do? So usually they do good investigation, but at the end of the day, they try to negotiate. If the person cannot negotiate, then they leave the report as it is and they send it to OC Lega. Then the case goes to court. In this instance, Eventually, after a lot of trouble, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
After much trouble, the matter eventually went to court for trial in the High Court of Lagos Island. I don't want to mention the court. So it went for trial, and this matter was even at the trial. See the way they were frustrating the effort just because someone in I don't want to mention, but I'm telling you, Lagos State government was involved in the matter. They were part. They were like, we joined them with the suspect because they both committed the crime. So when I'm talking about Minister of Justice, you understand what I'm talking about. So this case, they did everything, because I want to cut everything short. They did everything to frustrate, in spite how aggressive we were. They did everything possible to frustrate all the efforts that we put in for the matter to go for trial. You know what they did? What they did was they changed the judge. They first changed the judge. So when they changed the judge, they took the matter to another judge. So this other judge was being careful, was treading cautiously. But what happened at the end of the day? DPP took over the matter from Alagbon. So because, you know, the reason why I came up, I've been wanting to come up, but the reason I came up is because, if you have not gone through something by yourself, it's different. If you just hear from someone else, you're just hearing around, you have not gone through it to know what it is. Because I've heard a lot of people saying that if police, if they did the investigation and take it to, then they do the investigation, they pass it to, they pass it to DPP. As I'm talking right now, I want all of us, so that you understand what I'm saying, that I'm not just saying this because I'm just saying it. I'm not saying it because of anything. I want you to Google right now. Google any case, any criminal matter in Lagos State. I'm talking about Lagos State. I'm not talking about any other state. Lagos State, that the suspect or the people that are involved, that have been charged in that have been involved in that matter, are connected to Lagos State in whatever form, whether to Tinubu or to Lagos State governor, whatever. Go and find out. When police do the investigation, once DPP, even if police wants to do something good, that's what I'm saying, if they want to do the right thing, once the matter gets to DPP, that case is case closed. Some people don't agree with what I'm saying, but you can Google right now. Google. Just matter that.
Objection, my fellow colleague. Can I come in?
Yeah.
If you remember the case of Adewale, the son of Oba of Lagos, in 2019, his case was finally prosecuted and he was sentenced to death by hanging. You remember that case?
Okay. Can I talk?
Yes.
Okay. First is this. I don't know anything about the case you're talking about. First. Again is this. What I want to say, you can just mark my word. If whoever that is involved, I'm not accusing anybody, but I'm just talking. If whoever that is involved in this Mohbad killing is as someone or is how will I put it? The person is involved. Then someone, if the person is involved, someone else is going to be implicated. Who is very I don't know how to say it. If truly the Oba that is the in question is actually involved in this case, the person, I'm coming. Sorry, can I just finish my thought? If the person is involved, trust me, we have to work really. We have to be more aggressive and know what we're talking about. You see, Paparano, I want to say something. You are a normal person. You're doing a wonderful job. You're thinking because you're a normal person. We all are normal people. You're talking. We are having to deal with people that are very reckless, people that are dysfunctional, people that they have no regard for the rule of law. Look, bro, I have. If you want to talk about,
bro, so that we don't stretch things, and I understand very much.
That guy make sense.
Wait now.
We are aware of that.
him up somewhere, and I want to back him up somewhere so that he can fly with some things. And I mean, I heard him correctly. I heard him very well. He can fly with some things. I can let some things fly, while some others, I mean, we can filter it and do not mention those ones. Okay. Lagos State has prosecuted other high-profile case. I mean, we understand truly that there is always some influence of politicians when it comes to cases. For example, in this particular case of Mohbad, because the evidences available is not that cogent. Okay, let me put it that way. Okay, there's evidence. Okay, but I mean, the investigation has to unravel evidences. Okay, if thorough investigation is done, you have more evidences. But where thorough investigation is being ignored, it's not being done. There are evidences, but those that are investigating are intentionally ignoring them. Okay, so that's the police killing the case. And now, to concur with you, I remember the DPP, okay, came to the inquest and uttered a statement saying that they are not happy with the police. It's in the citizen, the certified to copy, that they are not happy with the police because this case is ongoing, and traditionally, police is supposed to open the file of this case with them. The police has done preliminary, and yet they don't have the file of this case, which is not supposed to be like that. And at that time, police in the preliminary report, October 2, told us that they have sent the file for this investigation to the office of the DPP for advice and vetting. All right, but now it's like two of them, they are putting up a public fight. Like, I mean, they are shifting the blame. Oh, it's not on me. Oh, it's on you. Yeah, so when the DPP came, they were denying that they never received anything.
Okay, Paparano, can I say something? Can I say something? I still have some things to say. Yeah, because I may not have the opportunity to come back here. So I could want to say something. Do you know what? You see, what you have said, you're very, very correct, bro. I will tell you something. In the case I'm talking about, do you know that before the court, before justice, okay, I don't want to mention, but before the court, because even the lawyer, the police lawyer that was assigned that the case was assigned to, right? This guy actually compromised. He got to court. He was supposed to arraign the person on the day. We were supposed to arraign the person, and this guy was even telling the judge that he's ready to give them time. He's ready to give as much time the other person they want for them to come back to be arraigned, because they're saying that the guy is not fit, blah blah blah. But that's not even the issue. What I want to say is this: do you know that there was a day the matter got a certain level? The OC Lega of Alagbon, I don't know if the man is still there now. God bless him. That man is a very upright person. This guy, if not for the man, the case would not have been charged to court in the first instance. He really tried. So this man came to court. We didn't even know, because it was the other guy that was meant to appear. And then, because he has been suspecting the other guy, the other lawyer. So when it was time for the other lawyer, for our case, for lawyer to appear, to announce appearances for our case, as the guy stood up, I don't want to call his name, then the OC Lega told him to sit down, and he rose up by himself to handle the case, because he knew that there were some powers behind the case. So you know what happened when the other when the judge made it known to him that DPP, that is he aware that DPP has taken over, as put in a social application, to take over the case. He said he's aware, but he did say something, and all of these things are in CTC. They are in. I have all the CTCs of the case. He said something to the judge. He said that what is all this? The police will do our job. You guys say we don't do job, and police will do our own investigation. We do our job, and at the end of the day, DPP will come in and take the case over, and then declare the case no prima facie case. That what is all of this rubbish? The guy was boiling in court. He was really, really mad the day I was talking about. So you see, let me say more things. You see the reason why I said, why I was asking about if anybody has before you see this move that you want to make, though I will say to you, I will say in my own opinion that what Madam Harris, Lady Harris, what Iron Lady, what she suggested, I will not lie to you, it is a very good suggestion, because you know why I'm saying that is the reason is this. Unless we wait for what's it called? Unless we wait for that letter that you just told me that is coming from the center where the stuff was done. Unless we wait for the letter to come to be sure that actually they actually did it in that place. If the government has not put out any written thing or anything at all to say that that is where they have done it, I put it to you today that if you go ahead to go because it happened in my case, if you go ahead to write to that place, because if you're writing to a place that probably they have not said that that's where they have done it, this government is reckless. They are going to come out and deny it and say that, oh, we've never said that it's the Pennsylvania or whatever that we took the case to. They're going to come up with something, because you are dealing with people that have no regard for law and have no regard for nothing. So you need to understand that. So if you are dealing with people that are dysfunctional, what do you do? To be honest, let me tell you, in the case I was talking about, we published, that was why the case actually even had some, that was why the judges were being careful in the case, because we took them by surprise. We publicized it. It was in all the blogs. It was in all the major newspapers in Nigeria. So, you know, because they didn't expect that, but we did it. So, Baba Mohbad, to be honest, this is my advice to Mohbad's dad, because I understand the station he is right now, because, you know, if you have not lost someone or a son, you wouldn't even understand what the man is feeling. But the truth is this: he needs to understand that this is not, justice does not come on a platter of gold, and it does not come on how would I put it? Like you saying family, you know, family. No, it doesn't come like that. You have to, because what assures you that whoever that you're calling your cousin or your brother or whatever has the same interest that you have at heart? What guarantees you that they actually want what you want? So what do? You have to be up like a man and stand like a man and do what you need to do. Get people that are very aggressive, people that have expertise in criminal matters, and people that have dealt with Lagos State government in criminal matters, so that they will know what they're doing. Because this Mohbad case is a very look. The reason why I said this government is like very reckless, Lagos State government, is because look at the issue of George Floyd. The injustice is everywhere. There's nowhere that there's no injustice. But the truth is this: it is minimized in some places. Some places because the system work. The systems there, they work. So that is why they cannot look at because it became international case. And the case of George Floyd is similar to Mohbad. George Floyd was crying, was screaming, was shouting that I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. The same thing. Anytime I watch that Mohbad's video where he's saying, how was it? Like, I don't want to die. You know, like, I don't want to die. Help me, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Help me, I don't want to die. I can imagine what he has gone through. And again, the case is similar. What did the government of America, what they do? Despite the fact that we're not saying that injustice does not exist there, but because it has become international, they gave justice to the case. But look at the case of Mohbad now, that has become really, because initially I said, oh, like, let me just keep listening to, just keep monitoring this case. I just pray that, God leads everyone right, everyone does the right thing and the thing go. But again, I'm saying to myself, because I've had my own fair share of this injustice that has pervaded the system. So I said to myself, if I don't say anything to this, maybe if I say something, then the people will know, oh, this is actually who we are fighting. This is actually what we are up against. Because, Paparano, I will tell you something. Now. You see, I understand that, but we never knew. How will I put it? The decision of this this case is different. But the truth is this: why on your platform, was it on your platform yesterday? Why someone was talking? I now understand. I'm not sure if it was on your platform, but someone was saying something. Okay, yeah, it was on your platform. You were the one that even said it. That it was what's it called? The son of woman. What's it called? What's it called? Falana. That it was Falana's daughter that wrote to the Corona, that wrote to them to come into the case, right? Now, and then you did say that later the Falana himself, after that, because Bumi felt something, then they went to Falana to quickly, okay, it to learn is. So now the thing is this: you see this case, see, the game that they're playing is for this case not to even get to trial, not to go for trial. I'm saying this to you. That is the game. That is the reason. You see all of this. See, when you are using like a year, 2 years to be beating about, to be grappling with an inquest, with an autopsy, with this and that. Okay, so when will the case go for trial? And when the case go for trial, it's not just something that will go like microwave. You just put it in and it just comes out. So for you to not understand the Falana knows, he knew what he was doing from day one. Probably that was the reason why the daughter wrote to those people, because this case is a straightforward case. This case should have initially, the police, if they've been allowed, if there were no some powers, of course, from Lagos State government, look, they would have done normal investigation. The people in the house, the people that are involved, they would have been probably in.
Jason, you see, there is this thing that me I like. I like it like that. As a people of knowledge, and based on the kind of experience that we already have about how things work with this system, we should have strategies on how to combat these things. Right? I want to believe there is in any of these institutions, there's always a check and balance place to go, whereby if one of the institutions is misbehaving, you take the next right steps, okay, so that you can pin them down. Now, again, when we are saying this case is a political case, we need a political lawyer, a lawyer that is rugged, that knows what he wants, and that knows the game, not just a gentleman. Okay, if that be the case, now that we have legal teams, and before our own eyes, we have situations whereby some suspects have confessed of the things that they have done, and yet such cases is not still yet charged. Such suspects are not charged yet. They don't have a file on the DPP's table. So now, is it that lawyers are saying that there is nothing they can do to foster it? Can they contact the DPP directly? Can they go to court? Will they just sit down quietly there and say they are waiting until the police will do the right thing? So if police don't do the right thing, you don't know how to put the police on their toes? Because everybody needs pressure, whether we like it or not, in one way or the other. Do you see that?
Yeah. You're 100%
so
right.
Let us focus on what we can do.
Yeah.
We talk more about what they are doing, then what do we do? Because most young people don't know about what to do. They just stay and cry. There's nothing we can do. They begin to call on God. Come on, Evans. There are things that we can do. We can corner them too. We can make them know we know their game. If they go this way, we go this way. Then they will not do the right thing.
Yeah.
Those are areas that I want us to be touching when we are, in as much as we are, we are enjoying the stories, how these injustices are played. Now, how to fight that injustice too. Things that are supposed to be done, let's be mentioning those things so that we'll begin to see how to pressure people to do it. Go on.
Okay. First, I would say that it's the bulk. I think the bulk, or let me say the whole thing lies on Baba Mohbad is gonna play a very huge role in this. I mean, in the sense that I have my reason for saying that. In the sense that he is the person who lost his son. So now the thing is this: as you have said, radical lawyers. You see, sometimes it's not about big names like that. I'm not saying that big names are not good, like good sons, they're good, but radical ones, not the sons that will, if you go to court regularly, you see, sometimes even lawyers that are just lawyers that just not too long that they came out of that they were called to bar. You will see the way they'll be against a son, and then like the son will be looking like a fool sometimes. So the thing is this: in this case, we need radical and aggressive lawyers. Then Mohbad's dad needs a set of people that will. You see, this thing that you're talking about now, this issue of autopsy. See, it's the thing that same day, you see, they need to be ahead of these people. Like, you need to go for you need to go for things yourself. As something is happening, you're getting a copy. And as you're getting it, you're making it, you're talking to the public. You're letting them know, because these people that they are fighting against, the only advantage that they have over them, or let me say one of the greatest advantages that they will have over them is not to be quiet. Don't be silent. Don't say that you will hold something and you will. No, you need to know your game right. You need to know what you're doing. You see, you need to make as much. You need to publicize. You need to make this thing to make it. I don't know how to say this, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. You need to be active.